Hey everybody, give me 1 second here to get all this set up, and give me 1 more second to get on my iPad so I can see your comments, and we'll do a little tag of everybody and get to planning. I'm a couple minutes late. Had a little bit of a late dinner. My nephews were over, so it can be chaotic when that happens. So thank you for waiting. Just like I said, just give me 1 more second so I can get, of course now my iPad doesn't have service, there it is. So I can get on here, and hopefully be able to see your comments. And give everybody a tag. So this month has gone by really quickly, as per usual. While we're giving people a minute to join here, I'm just going to start hopefully attempting to draw. There's 31 days in August, right? I think so. I'm like having a brain fart. Yeah. So I'm going to attempt to draw 31 cardigans on here. I feel like that's like not even going to be close to happening, but we're gonna try it, and that'll give me something to do really quickly while I give you guys a few minutes to join. I'm gonna kind of overlap them though, so that's about the only chance I have of actually getting 31 on here, because these are quite large cardigans. I just couldn't think of anything else that I felt like was very, very folklore, and so I feel like it has to be the cardigans. I guess I could throw a guitar in there too, but maybe I will, because I feel like they're not, I don't know, they're kind of just giving random shapes. We'll throw like a guitar in here and there, and that way I can fill in some of the random spaces too. Now that I'm thinking of it, I should have done ivy leaves. That would have been really cute. So what I'm doing now is just tracing. It'll have to be 31. I usually just pick like something. For this year, when I'm doing the Taylor Swift ones, I just kind of pick something that's like representative of the album. And for August, I'm doing Folklore, which is a beautiful, beautiful album, but like it's much more, I don't know, like I feel like there's more abstract things that are kind of like the symbols of it, and less like, do we really want to do 30 some 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm like, there's no way this is all gonna get in here. Hey everybody, thank you for joining. Feel free to say hey. I'm gonna kind of give it a couple more minutes, and then I'm gonna do a quick run through of the PVC and all that kind of stuff, and then yeah, get to finishing this, which is my August setup. So for August, because it's obviously August, hang on. Sipped you away like a bottle of wine. Why am I not just doing a bottle of wine on this? That would have been so much better. That will be so much better. Good thing I did this one first, because now I'm not going to feel bad about changing it. So I'm doing Folklore this month because it's August. I for these pages, I use Archer and Olive notepads. And I know I've said before that they are not around. I was able to order a new one, which I was really excited about. We're just going to use that piece of paper for a scrap paper to over stencil on. What I need to find really quick is, I know I did actually grab something that had a bottle of wine. But we'll find it. But yeah, anyway, how's everybody else doing? Are you excited for PVC? Do you have any questions about our PVC sale? Do you have any new shops you're checking out? Because I have been so on the go busy the whole time. I really have not. I mean, I know some of the shops are shops that I've worked with in PVC, so I know them, and I know kind of some of the stuff I want to pick up. But I haven't had a chance to look at any of the newer shops that are in it, or shops that I maybe haven't like worked with before. So that'll be fun. I'm excited for that. I'm going to be gone all weekend on a reading retreat with my friends. We do not really a retreat. We get an Airbnb, and shoot, I thought I grabbed one that had a wine bottle on it. I was positive I did. Anyway, three of my friends planned the first one last year, and we called it Bookcation. And so what we do is we rented an Airbnb, and they actually have put together the whole weekend. There's dedicated reading times, and they do gifts for us. Like last year they did totes with our names on it, like not the LL Bean ones, but like very similar to them, and they're like a really good quality one with like snacks and all that kind of stuff in it. And then my iPad just shut off randomly. What I'm thinking of doing is maybe doing like one row of wine bottles, one row of cardigans, one row of, you know what I mean, like, anyway, so my friends do this. Three of my friends set it up and put it together, and then there's 6 of us going this time, and we do a whole, like a whole thing. And now I can't find my life. Oh my goodness. Like, I know I'm here. Here we go. So yeah, there's 6 of us going, and that starts Friday. And of course, when I signed up for the PVC sale, I wasn't even thinking like, oh hey, I'm gonna be gone. There should be Wi-Fi, so I'm not like worried about not being here or whatever. I will have access. I'm bringing my laptop just so that in case anything comes up, I can do it. I'm almost ready. Like, everything is set up for the sale. I've got all my freebies and everything ready, all the good stuff. It's just that, like, I don't know, it's hard to describe. It's the like fear that something's gonna go wrong that I'm gonna need to be in my office for. But I'm just trying to tell myself, like, I've gone away during PVC sales before, and like the official ones, not like these, like this add-on, like Christmas and July one. I think it was like my 2nd or 3rd PVC. I was actually speaking at a conference in Atlanta, and that's where I met Mallory from Sugar Pop Fizz, and we were both in PVC, and we were just like, So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's add some cardigans. So let's kind of mix it up. I think that's a good. Mix it up a little bit. So yeah, PVC was still this weekend, and I will have my phone, obviously. I will have my computer. I will still be posting. I'll still be doing all that kind of stuff. So, and then tonight, once I'm off of here, I will be setting our newest release, which is all of our new Christmas stuff, as active, so that you can start to kind of look and see what you want to grab for this PVC sale. If you're planning on shopping, or you think you might want to shop, I would recommend that you join my email list tonight. You can go on my website, which is ootpstencils.com, and grab, right at the very top, there's a little menu and it'll have like email list sign up or email signups or something on there. And then you can click that, go to the bottom of the page, and there is a place to sign up for emails. And then if you are an email subscriber as of Wednesday morning, so like I'll say Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday morning, you'll get an email with a code that is only good through Friday night and is 35% off our stencils, which the PVC sale is going to be 30%, so you'll get an extra 5% off if you order on Thursday or Friday and use the VIP code. What else is in there? Wow, I thought I had so much room because I'm like, oh, I'm going to have way too much room if I use the bottles. And now I'm like, oh, do I have enough? So yeah, so you'll get a 35% off on Thursday and Friday if you use the VIP code, and you will also get an extra freebie for being an email subscriber. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm gonna go back to the wine bottles. Done. That's 16. Oh no. But yeah, so if you are planning on or think you might be shopping in our shop, I would highly suggest that you sign up for our emails tonight. You can do it right now while you're watching the live. I typically try not to email like too often. Like if I'm doing a regular release, you'll get like one from me. My plan is to eventually hopefully kick myself into gear and start sending out a newsletter, but if I do that, my plan is to do, I'll send some kind of freebie, like some kind of printable or a different discount code or something, like to make it worth it, because I know emails, we all just get bombarded with emails thousands a day. So I appreciate it. I try not to over email you. I typically only email you during sales or during events, things like that. I still need 11 more. Oh no. Finish this really quick, hopefully squeeze everything in. Let me see how many I have. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 25. I need 6 more. Oh my goodness. 6. I'm like, what can I squeeze in here? We're post 29, 30. 29. Excuse me. And then I'm just going to put August Moods on here. this is probably the most boring layout to make because I want to color it in, I'm not stenciling it. So I usually try to do this off camera, but like I said, I was running behind tonight, so. Ooh, I keep like zoning out, I'm sorry. I have not been sleeping well. Oh no. Did I just miscount? Oh, I missed one here. 3, 4, 5. I missed one there too. 29. I guess we'll just go back up top. 30 and 31. I totally spaced out on those. Okay, so there is my moods sheet. And then I'm also going to do this one really quick. I wanted to do like that full garden that we did last week. The full garden, not. Or I could just kind of like lay the ivy around the sides. I think that would be really pretty. I think we're going to do that. To give it a little different of a look. And we're going to use this really gentle bundled sage color, which I don't use very often, but I feel like it's appropriate here. So I'm going to kind of make it so it like borders around the edge of the page, and then I'm going to turn it. This way. And then I think I'm just going to kind of keep the pattern going all the way down, and I'll just kind of rotate this to kind of give it some form along the side of the page. Okay, I'm gonna finish this here. And okay, so there is kind of like the ivy-ish of Folklore, and then I kind of want to put August in the Folklore font, so let me grab that stencil. I feel like this is going to not fit, but we're going to try. I've been using this font for so long. It's weird that I'm like, no, this is Folklore, like this is the font. And I keep just forgetting that I have messaged, or I've updated it or whatever, or brought it. I don't know. I feel like I'm like I just had a big dinner, so I'm like kind of fighting sleep here a little bit, I think, and I have not been sleeping well the last 2 nights. Like I said, I'm going out of town, and I'm like frantically trying to get everything ready for the sale, and getting ready for my trip, and we do friends gifts to each other, and I crafted a bunch of stuff for it, and you know, making sure I have books to read, and I don't know, all the good things. So just added one good thing a day in there, because that's kind of like what I use it for. Oh my goodness. My whole pile of stencils that I had put aside for this knocked over. And now after that whole thing, I realized that I had pulled I knew I had a different stencil I wanted to use for the mood tracker. I did use that one for reputation though, so I guess I don't feel as bad. We made it a little different. Okay, so there's the inside pages. I like to get those knocked out of the way first. Alright, kind of give me a little bit of a setup on the mood. I always want to make sure that I have these going the right way. I think it was one time that I put them the wrong way and I was just so upset afterwards. Okay, so, like I said, this is Folklore week, or month, because it's August, which is, you know, the whole thing. So I do have these ones for my calendar, and I love this. I liked having it in June. I loved having that on the inside. This is from Caffeine Queens, who is also in PVC. And then I've got a few different ones from Sticker Party, like they were the lyric, little like page tears with lyrics on them. And then I've got this sheet from Adorably Amy Design, which reminds me to pull out my birch one. And then I've got a couple of, I thought I had more of Folklore from Sugar Pop Fizz. Oh, it's right here, that's why. So I've got a bunch from Sugar Pop Fizz, who is not in PVC this time, and neither is Sticker Party. But Caffeine Queens and Adorably Amy both are, so. Sugar Pop Fizz is in the CPC, and so is Sticker Party in the CPC sale and that got postponed until August. They were supposed to be in that sale this weekend, so. Okay. Let's start with our friendship bracelet, which is how we like to start all of them. And then I'm gonna have to pull my mild liners out too. Oh man, I don't know what's up with me. I'm so tired. I mean, I do. I haven't been sleeping very well, so it's partially that for sure. And again, if you're new to stenciling, I definitely recommend using washi tape to hold this down. And you'll see me doing that in newer videos, or in not newer videos, later on when I actually use ink to stencil. I just sometimes get too cocky and or lazy. I think we're gonna use these ones if they fit. I like to kind of use, if I have a font that works and it fits inside there, I love using that just because I feel like it gives the vibe of the album so much more than just like the regular friendship bracelet stencil or font. So you can just kind of smooth out these bridges here. And this time I'm using the Folk Font lowercase stencil. Like I said, it's more to help it fit on here than that I don't like the other ones though. Plus also, like it's Folklore, like that's the iconic thing. Hi Cynthia! We'll use the G. We'll use the uppercase G, even though that looks weird, but I don't really like that G. Plus it's not gonna fit. We'll do our best to fit it, I guess. Like a little janky there, but this is what it is. Okay, let me pull out some matte liners that I can use to color that. We definitely want to go with like a gray monotone. So I'm really only looking for grays. I don't know if I have any more than one gray color, but I think I have at least two of the dark gray ones too. So we'll use those three actually. Okay. And also I can just kind of use the white as a color too. I really am so tired and I can't even fathom how I'm gonna finish this whole layout. The problem is I can't really push this off because tomorrow night I need to pack and get ready for this weekend. And then Thursday night I'm going to a Tigers game. And then I'm leaving Friday morning. So don't have time to put this off. So I'm here. I guess I could theoretically just be like, that's it. That's my layout. But I'm not going to do that. I'm here. I committed to it. Anyway. I mean, like, if I really didn't feel good about it, I would stop, but... And, like, I also kind of, like... My goodness, I'm so sorry. I just completely lost my train of thought. I'm like, why am I talking about that? I have no idea what my point was. So when I realized that the sale was the same weekend as PBC, I like really flipped out. I'm sorry, PBC's sale is the same weekend as my book trip. I was just really, really, really anxious about it. Like, I don't know if I can do this, but we will see. Okay. So there is, oh no, oh I do have that good, whew. I'm like, I need my little calendar at a glance one, and I didn't want to go digging for it. However, like I kind of feel like, I guess I can just use this on the actual thing though, can't I? Maybe we'll do that. Oh, yeah, I am so tired. I'm so sorry I keep yawning. Okay, I'm gonna be off the comments for a second here. So that I can, I want like a light gray for this. I need to look at the August calendar. The 1st is a Saturday, great. I mean, that's fine. And I knew that actually, now that I think about it. Because we have a bookish event that day. And I knew the bookish event was on Saturday. Instead of using the ink, I think I'm going to do the one technique that I did one year, or one time, I don't know. So I usually put the days of the week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then 1, 2. Strictly with the Folklore vibes, but I also feel like I was cheating on the other layouts if I don't do this part. Okay, so there's the calendar done. I need some caffeine so bad right now, you guys. I don't think I've ever been alive this tired, and that's saying something because I used to do live super late at night. Okay. where you guys are at, but the air quality is still like not amazing here. It's not bad, but it's not amazing here. And I just feel like I'm constantly like, oh my gosh, something's in my throat. Hi, Cynthia. It is. It's me being very tired, and so I'm like really flagging. I feel like I was rambling for a little bit. So excuse that. But yeah, you're on the right life. I am just really, really tired. How are you doing? Yeah, no, I've been sitting here like trying not to fall asleep. Like legitimately trying not to fall asleep. I don't know what's wrong with me tonight. I do want to add in the folklore cabin though, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm in Virginia to work conference. That's cool. Is it really fun, or is it like you don't want to be there kind of work conference? I always wish I like could travel for work. I mean, obviously like, I can do planner conferences, but like for my 9-to-5 job, I mean. Oh crap, it is raining really hard here. I didn't even know it was supposed to rain. Okay, so at the bottom here I'm going to do the folklore cabin. And I think what I want to do is do like a little bit of green and then orange in the background. So let me tape this down. Like my boyfriend's one brother is in like Poland for work or something. I'm like, that's so fun. And I know it's not like obviously like it's work, like it's not hamming it up touristing, but the food in town is pretty cool. That's awesome. That's like one thing I would love is to have a job that like you can travel with. Or I can travel with. I mean, you know what I mean. Alright, so I'm going off of like this folklore cabin. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you can hear the rain, but it is raining here. I'm going to kind of make the very top part of this look a little mossy. And give it the like folklore cabin vibes. It sounds windy. Yeah, it's been a little windy all day, but now it's specifically like it's actually like coming down hard. Alright, let me do. You know, I'm gonna try using. I haven't used one of these. Let me give it a try. I want to go kind of light though, because I don't want it to be like. Sounds like a good. This is the time I'd like to be in bed reading. Oh wow. It's really blowing now. It sounds like a good like hurricane type wind right now. I didn't even know it was supposed to rain today. I do know it's supposed to cool off tomorrow though, so that sounds amazing. Windy, And I realized I just did the exact opposite of what I wanted to do. I wanted to do the brown, but you know what we're gonna do? We are gonna improvise. I'm gonna use a brown pen. I have one. Well, if it gets a little hard to hear, I apologize. Feel free that if there's anything you have questions on, feel free to just ask them to repeat myself. I'm going to kind of just draw the outline here so that I can see where it's at. Oh wow. It is super windy. Well, if I lose power, you'll probably know. Not to jinx myself, but I feel like I just did, so. So what I'm doing right now is just tracing along the edges of this stencil, and then I'm going to go back and color in the frame that I wanted brown because I was being dumb and did it the wrong way. I like overthought it, you know what I mean? And like what I wanted to do was the exact opposite of what I did. So, at least I have the framework now. So let me grab a brown mild liner. And any of my friends watching, if you know, you know. My friend Monica, for the longest time, we would go to planner conferences, and like whenever like somebody would give you like one pen or one mild liner, for whatever reason, she always got the brown ones, like every single time, and it was just so funny. A little streaky, but I feel like it kind of works for like the wood of the cabin, I guess. Oh my goodness. I have a color stencil up here though. Color, I think. Okay, so I'm just going to keep coloring this in. If you're a Swiftie, you might know this is the Folklore cabin. She, on the Eras tour, started the Folklore / Evermore set with, by laying on the very top of this, and it was so beautiful, and yeah. Messy, but we're gonna, it is what it is. So there's our Folklore cabin, and then we have like the Peter and Wendy, because there's a line, Peter losing Wendy, so I'm gonna do them really quickly up here. Just kind of a little reference to it, like a here. So I thought what I would do is kind of just give the illusion of the forest in the background. Side. Krinko. I keep zoning out. Ooh. Especially with the rain sound. I fall asleep listening to like piano and or orchestra and the sound of rain and thunder, so that like any little last resolve of like maybe I'm not as tired as I think I am, yeah, that just flew out the window. I kind of like the idea of this being like a whole scene and not just like stuff thrown everywhere. So what I think I might do is, yeah, leave it like that, and then I can use more of the stickers to kind of fill in. Oh man. Alright. So on this side I definitely want to go more with like the gray tones. So I have this like flower. I kind of want to put that as like the pattern in the background. And I also want to give those wine bottles a little moment too. So we've got that in that corner. Grab those wine bottles again. I grabbed a bottle of water to bring up to my office because my throat has been really, really, really dry and scratchy ever since we had like the worst part of the wildfire smoke that's been kind of going around. And so I grabbed a bottle to bring here and I promptly forgot it. And so it was like gathering, like I carry my bullet journal with me every day, so I had that in my room and all of that. So I totally forgot to bring it back up here. So that was a dumb move on my part. Oh yeah, no, it actually hasn't been good. It's been terrible the last couple days. I feel like I can still smell it, but like it's nowhere near as bad as it was. Like the sun was orange several days. So it's not bad. I've just had this cough now. Like, and it, not that it won't go away, but yeah. Okay. On this side I want to make it more, like I said, kind of a little more like icon-y of things in. I'm drawing a blank right now. Like, so badly. I thought so. I couldn't remember if Mirrorball was on Folklore or Evermore, and it was driving me crazy. Do I use a little bit darker? One of your staff is in Chicago. Oh yeah, it was. I think it was worse there because they're so much closer to Minnesota, and I think that's like upwards of Minnesota is kind of where like a lot of the wildfires are bad. But it was pretty bad. Like I know people were saying like the one day Detroit had like the worst quality of air in the world, because of the wildfire smoke. And I don't know, like, my house was fine, but like as soon as you got outside it was terrible. But then my office just never seemed perfectly, like, I don't know if our ventilation system or maybe like our air filter needs replaced, or it just seemed very hazy, like in my work too. Like I have a little like heater / fan that's by my desk, and I had to keep it like kind of just blowing on me to kind of like circulate the air. I mean, obviously I know that's not going to help with like the quality of the air, but at least it like kept like, I don't know, maybe that's like a placebo effect that just felt better to have something kind of like constantly moving on my face. But it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, all of us kind of got really, really hit by it. It was just like, I don't know, like, I think actually, I will say that I feel like the last time that it happened worse, but it also could just be like, it was really the first time it had happened, so it seems worse, you know what I mean? And also, like, we're still in the midst of it here. It could get much worse, so, I don't want to jinx it too much, I don't think. But we've at least had a reprieve for a few days now, and like you said, hopefully with the storm it'll even wash more away and I'll feel a little more human. I did finally get some cough drops and stuff, just because my throat is just like raw from coughing now. So, alright, I think I'm going to keep this a little more simple this month, because I do have a lot more stickers I want to use, and it's a little less of like a symbolic album and more of like just really good deep lyrics. So I'm going to keep that one a little simpler. Trying to think, like, I definitely want to do, like, this will be my monthly, so I definitely want to use that. But like, I love this. Maybe put that here. Oh, I don't want to cover any of the days. Folklore. I love the birch trees part of this, so we'll add those on this side. I do need something good that says Folklore on it, though. I feel like these two are really good ones. And let's do our wine bottle so that it kind of ties in with the idea. I want to use the same quotes that I'm using, so we'll move that around a little bit. I have the big one that says Folklore across it. We will put that on this page. And then I also want to add August up at the top here. Classical time. I love that one too. Your town of access. I feel like I want all the lyric ones because Folklore is my favorite lyrically. I really like the cabin. I don't really want to like put too much over it. Alright, you'll see that. Kind of put something fun in the middle here. Maybe a mirror bottle. That would look cute. Where are my scissors? Do this. You just saw a lightning signal on TV. Oh no! So you guys are losing. You're not losing it, but you guys have the issues, but I have the storm. Make it make sense. Okay, let's see. Let's hit the little Folklore tape. I like that. Maybe you just draw the over there. Okay. Oh, I like Betty's garden. Shoot. Oh no. There's so many good ones. It's so hard. Let's add maybe like. I feel like this is very appropriate. And then maybe butterfly. Some like flowers down here. I don't know. I think that might be it. I feel like there's gonna be something up there. I don't know what though. Maybe some of these little stars. Maybe these big stars. Yeah. And then maybe the Folklore friendship bracelet, like right here. Perfect. Okay. So that'll be those two parts. And now let me grab my planner and open us up for July. Or August, I mean. I need an eraser. Okay. Oh, what I didn't grab. I went to a French bakery at lunch, bought the CC looking almond croissant for breakfast. Ooh, that sounds amazing. I am jealous of that. Oh, it's up here. Perfect. Okay, this month is a weird month. So, it's got 6. So we definitely need our little person up there, or person up there. What? Okay, we're gonna do 4 on this side. We'll do 3 on the other. I'm gonna start on this side this month, I think. And I'm gonna do it a little bit differently. I'm not gonna do as much of the like ombre blending. And just go kind of more for one like base color with a little bit extra added in. And we've got one here. Ooh, that is not the color I want. on doing like one box. I feel like it's easier to just see it. This is the 12th, the 13th. 26. What color is that? This is Lost Shadow. However, I never cleaned from last month when I used like a lot of tans and browns. So some of the color is kind of like blending in, but I'm liking the color it's getting because it's kind of matching like these vibes. So I didn't clean it. So it is a color, but it isn't. So this is the 5, 12, 19, 26, 27. Oh, nice. 28. I cannot wait for Friday morning because that's when I leave for my vacation. And I took Friday off, so I'm like itching for Thursday so badly. I'm ready for it to be Thursday. Now this side I think I will tape off just to remind myself that I do not want to go too far over. I do too. It's a really nice color. I hope it'll be able to be like replicated on this side. Okay, so then this is going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. 2. No, it's not going to be 2, 3, 4, 5. It's going to be 2, 3, 4. 3. Yeah, it's kind of it's the Lost Shadow, which is a nice like light gray. But it's getting some of the tint from the brown in it. So it's really like more of a, I don't even want to say tan, it's like a gray tan. I don't even know what the color you call it. 10, 11, 16, 17, 18. Are you reading any good books right now, Cynthia? 'Try to do the prompts. Yay, good. They're fun. Like, we didn't want to make it something that, like, you felt like you had to change what book you were reading, because when we go on this, like, we all just want to read what we want to read. And so we didn't want it to be, like, trying to fit in, like, prompt. You know what I mean? Like, so we thought, like, an action-based one, especially because we're going to be doing stuff, like, we're not going to be wanting to cram in, like, you have to read this many books to cover all the prompts kind of thing. We thought it'd be more fun to do it, like, actions, because then, like, you could theoretically do all that other than the 5 hours. Like, you could do a cozy spot next to a fire with a sweet treat all together at night or in the morning, one of the two. Get your morning in or your night, or opposite. And then you're, like, basically almost there. So, we thought it would be more fun to do it that way. Especially because we didn't want to be, like, tied down to prompts either. These dates on here, just because I got them, I might as well use them, right? But yeah, I'm really, really excited to go. I need a vacation for sure, even though this isn't, I mean, it's a vacation, but it's not like, it's only 2 nights, so it's not like a long haul, but a nice little day off work, a little road trip with my friends, stopping at, my friend Kelly and I are going to leave. I told her, I was like, you tell me when you wake up, I'm ready to leave, I'm taking Friday off, I think we need to be there by like 4 or 5, and it's a 3-hour drive. So I was like, if you want to leave at 10 a.m. and kind of like dilly-dally and stop wherever we see we want to stop, you know, get lunch somewhere, stop at a couple bookstores, like, that's perfect for me. Like, I would be very happy to do that. So you let me know when you leave your house, because she's like 35-40 minutes north of me, and so I'm like, you tell me when you leave your house, I will be dressed and ready by the time you get there. So I feel like I'm ready for a good little like dilly-dally, me moseying there, getting there when we get there. Let's see. Yes, but I shopped yesterday at a bookstore here in town called Scrawled. Oh, that's cool. I found a book that I was looking for. Yay. Is that the Enchanted Greenhouse? I know that's excuse me. Sarah Beth Durst or something like that. Right? Is that the first one or is that the second one? Because I know I read the first one and I really liked it. I meant to read the second one, and then I just, when it came out, I kept forgetting to get it, and then it just kind of passed. And then she's got a third one either out or coming out soon, right? Something Sea, Enchanted Sea, Tranquil Sea, something like that. But I really like the first one. And actually, like, if I would have planned better, that would have been a great book to use for this weekend, because it's like cozy-ish, right? But I've been saving the new Ashley Poston novel, The Sunday Garden. And so that's my current plan, but also, like, I haven't read the new Christina Loren. A lot of my library holds have came through, and like, usually I'll just suspend them, and when I feel like reading that book, I'll restart it, I'll get it. But for whatever reason, there's a couple of them I've just been like, I'm gonna read right now. So I've got 2 books I'm trying to finish before I go. I think I have like an hour or 2 left on the one I'm reading right now, which is Love You More by Emily Giffin. And then I have Lynn Painter, the baseball one. I think it's her newest one. Checked out as well. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. I read the Spell Shop, but I think the Enchanted... Okay. Oh, okay. So I've read Enchanted Greenhouse, not Spell Shop then. I think that sounds right. Oh, I was going to use the font, but I forgot I had this, so I don't even need to do a header. Even better. Sarah Beth Durst, that's it, yep. Ooh. Like, this won't stay flat if we just stick this down. To New York for the first time in September, and I'm like trying to like sneakily be like, there's a bookstore here I want to go to, and there's a bookstore here I want to go to. We're only there for a couple days, so I'm like, I feel like I can't just be going to bookstores, because there's like 100 tourist things I want to do too. I'm really hoping to get tickets to a Broadway show. I'm really hoping to get tickets to Hamilton, but they're so expensive, and like, I feel like I'm not like Broadway enough to splurge that much on Hamilton tickets. So I'm hoping against hope that maybe we'll win the lottery for it. Like the cheaper ones, which I feel like is like a very, you know, everybody's going to be hoping that. Sea of Charms, yeah. I knew it was something sea. But then also, the weekend we're there, Tom Felton, who's Draco Malfoy, is playing in Cursed Child as Draco Malfoy, and like, I am very much like to the point where I have pretty much separated myself from Harry Potter, but to see Tom Felton as Draco Malfoy, I don't know if I can pass that up. That's like too cool of a... Gotta before we put this down, I'm going to do some more stenciling. I'm going to do the trees in the background. But to see Tom Felton as Draco Malfoy, I feel like that's such an iconic, like, it's like seeing somebody in their title role, you know what I mean? You're still trying to see Chris Child because of Tom Felton. Yes! Like, oh my gosh. That's my, like, how do I pass that up? Like, I tell you, like, I read Cursed Child when it first came out, and I hated it. So, like, I was never really interested in seeing it. But Tom Felton, like, come on. And, like, I also feel like there's such a tiny minuscule chance that I'll actually get to see Hamilton for, like, a decent price. Like, I'm not trying to spend $300 on tickets, on each ticket, you know what I mean? Like, we're going for the Yankees game, because that's, like, my boyfriend loves the Yankees. That's his, like, big thing. Like, that's what he really wanted to do. I mean, that's really why we're going to New York. So, like, we're going to the Yankees game one night. And, like, I know he wants to go to a nice dinner. I would really like to go on a boat somewhere. And I would really like to go see a Broadway show. It doesn't have to be that one. But, like, I'm not a theater kid. Like, I appreciate it, and I would like to be more theater-y. I would like to know and do more of that kind of stuff. I had very strong opinions when I first read it, and, like, I thought it was very valid in whatever those opinions were. Do I remember them right now? Absolutely not. Like, I was very, very, like, no, this is awful because this and this. I think one of the things I really hated was that, like, Harry is afraid of birds, and I'm like, this kid, his, like, most precious thing in the world, for the thing that got him through his life when he was younger and got him through all the hard times with his aunt and uncle was a freaking bird. Don't tell me he's afraid of birds. Like, I saw Aladdin, that would be cool too. See, like, a Disney one, like Aladdin or Lion King or something would be really cool too. I just, so there's that one. And we're also going the weekend of September 11th. Like, I mean, the game we're going to is the Yankees-Mets game on September 11th. Like, it's a big deal. So, like, I also think it would be kind of like to see, what's it called? Come From Away or Come from Far Away or something like that. The one that's about that place in Canada that took in all the people from all the flights that got grounded on September and not allowed in U.S. airspace. Like, I think that would be really cool too. Especially because, like I said, we're going on the weekend of the 25th anniversary of 9/11. Like, that I feel like would be, again, like, that makes sense to, like, go see that weekend. But, like, I told Alex, I was like, I have friends who are going to that week. Yeah, he wanted to fly in on September 11th, which is the day of the game, and I was like, I'm sorry, my Italian grandparents, my Italian ancestors, and me, honestly, too, like, I'm superstitious as fuck, too. My grandma raised me that way. Like, my Italian grandma is probably rolling over in her grave at the fact that you would even think of doing that, because there is no way in heck I'm flying into New York City on September 11th. I'm not getting in a plane going anywhere near New York City on September 11th. I'm sorry. And he's like, well, that's the one that, like, won't. And I'm like, no. I am way too superstitious for that. There is no way. Like, what are you talking about? I almost want to kind of, like... See, I'm glad, like, other people have this. And I, like, said something in front of my aunt, and she was like, oh, no, you would not do that. And he's like, what's the big deal? And I'm like, like, no. No. I'm too, my Italian ancestors were too superstitious for that. There's not a chance. And he's, like, making fun of me for it. I'm like, dude, you want to find, I was like, I will drive there on September 11th. I will take a train in there. I'm speedboat in. I'm not getting on a plane. going anywhere near New York. And I was like, but like also logistically, like, yeah, we could leave the very first flight and get there by 7 a.m. But like, what if our plane gets canceled? What if our plane gets grounded for 6 hours? Like, and you just bought these expensive Yankees tickets that you use, like, your dream game, and now we're not there. Like, that alone should stop you from doing that. So, we finally compromised on the 10th. I just remembered I had this whole folklore. Yeah, I was like, even not even because I'm superstitious, just logistically, like, you're tempting fate there. Like, that is so... I never numbered this 1 through 31. Let me do that, because I just found this washi, and I'm like, oh, I need to add that. Yeah, no, like, you're just, like, I just feel like that's just not only, you know, but like to do that and potentially your flight gets canceled, it gets delayed, it gets postponed to the next day, like at least going early. I think the 11th is a Friday, so going early on Thursday, you have a good 24 hours where we could figure out another arrangement if that flight got canceled. So like, don't make fun of me. So I told him, I was like, I will go. I'm very excited. I've never been to New York, so like this is a big thing for me. But like, I was in high school on September 11th. I'm old enough to know that that is not the day. Like I don't honestly think I would fly anywhere on September 11th if given the choice. Like if I had the choice to not, I wouldn't. I already feel some kind of way about being in New York on September 11th. Whoa, thank you. It's coming together good. I like the... At first I like, I truly was like, how do I get out of this live tonight? I'm not feeling it. And also, like, I feel like I don't know what I want to do for Folklore, because this specific album, like, a lot of the other ones had so many different symbols. This one's symbols are, like, very... I don't know how to describe it. Yeah. Like, I feel some way about being in New York on 9/11, to be honest. And not, like, in a bad way. I just, like, I was in high school, so, like, I feel like September 11th really shaped me. But also, like, it shaped me in the way of, like, I was 4 states away. You know what I mean? Like, and I didn't know anybody that was there. It shaped me in the way that I was, like, a high schooler, and it happened. And not in, like, I saw it with my own eyes. So, it's hard to be like, it's meaningful for me, and I'm like, it's not as meaningful for me as it is for everybody else. So, yeah, but he's a huge Yankees fan, and he's never been to Yankee Stadium, so it was important that, you know, when we talked about our 40th birthdays, it's something he really wanted to do. And I actually wanted to go in May. I had a weekend where he could have gone to 2 different Yankee games at 2 different stadiums, but that didn't work out, so the Folklore Times Last Great American Dynasty, I like that. Maybe we'll put that up here, or like right here, maybe. Excuse me. I'm way too superstitious to do that. I have a relative that lives in New York, and you were spent. Yeah. For sure. I had a friend I was in my class that I like walked into as the teacher had put it up on the first plane up on the projector, because it wasn't even like a live TV at that point. My friend's mom actually worked at the towers, and she was supposed to be there that morning. And thankfully she lived in Michigan but commuted there. So thankfully she actually missed her flight, or her flight was delayed or something. Like her flight didn't go off, and it was before the planes hit. And I think, if I recall correctly, she was supposed to actually be there when the planes hit. So she definitely was super fortunate, and but when she saw that, like the towers, and she didn't know her mom had missed her flight, she, you know, freaked out, understandably so. And my teacher was like, no, you have to get back in class. I'm like, dude, her mom works there. So it was a whole thing. My teacher was like a first year teacher that, like, you know, wanted control of everything, and I don't even know whatever ended up happening, but my friend was like, no, I'm leaving. And she like left to find a phone to, so if I remember correctly, like I think I had a phone, or I got a phone like the next year just because I had started driving. So, but like they were like flip phones, like you texted after 9 kind of phones. Oh yeah, no, oh I'm sure. I know I knew her mom, but I didn't know her well, so I never really like, I mean I was a teenager then, and I don't know her now, so I never really spoke to her about it. But yeah, I think she was supposed to have a meeting. I don't think she worked there like all the time, but she like worked there enough where I'm sure she knew plenty of people that were there. And again, like I don't know which building, I don't know if they were on lower floors where they might have gotten out, or yeah, I'm very, like, not anxious. Like I said, I've never been to New York, so I am intrigued, not intrigued, that's a terrible word too. I'm definitely looking forward to, like, visiting the site, and then, oh, I like this one too, dang it. Visiting it and, like, doing all that. The problem is like, I'm trying to figure out when in our itinerary we're going to do that too, like, because again, like, I want to go to a Broadway show and I want to do this, and I don't want to go there on September 11th because I feel like that's, especially the 25th anniversary, it's going to be overrun is a terrible word for it. It's going to be crowded, and like the people that like had, you know, had family there and all that, like that's not my place to be there that day. It'll be fun. I'm excited. I kind of put my boyfriend in charge of doing the hotel, just because like he's very particular about where he stays, and like he has opinions about everything because he's been to New York a few times. And I was very like, I don't know, like, is this a good area? Is this where we want to stay? But he ended up booking a hotel that was like super close to a lot of stuff. So I'm excited about that. And like I never really had a mental map in my head of where things were in New York, and now that I'm like seeing it, I'm like, ooh, we're so close to this, and we're so close to this. That's when you hurt your foot. Oh no. I'm gonna see as much as I can. I really want to do, I'm a boat girl. It's like I really want to get on a boat. I know you can take the Staten Island ferry or whatever, but like I'd love to do like a boat cruise where you can see everything, like they point out everything. We're like 2 blocks from Rockefeller Center, so I definitely want to do that. I do want to do the Empire State Building. Of course, I want to do September 11th, or the Trade Centers. We're like literally 2 blocks from Times Square. Like probably like 5 blocks from Central Park. Like, so I definitely want to go see all that. But it's like, I'm like, oh my god, there's so much to see. How do I see it all? But I think it's like Disney. Like, you're never going to see it all in one trip. So I I just have to do that and like pick out, you know what I mean? But I like, for whatever reason, like I really want to see the Statue of Liberty. Like that's one of the things that I want to see the most. No, I forgot about these ones. Dang it. Oh well. Let's put, since we've got it, let's use the little payday flags. And then I can use Build-To flags. I like these. That's fun. Yeah, I have a really bad back, so I'm like super worried about the walking. So I told Alex, I was like, I just want to go and enjoy ourselves. I don't want to go like, go, because my brother and my mom are go people. And like, I did that in Italy, and like I did it in Italy because like that's a hard place to get back to. It's an expensive place to get back to. New York is, I mean, it's expensive. I'm not saying New York is not expensive, but New York is not a hard place to get back to. It's like a 2-hour flight for us. It's a 9-10 hour drive for us. Like, it's not a hard place to get back to. So, as much as I'm going to want to see everything, like, I'm just accepting that I'm not going to. Like, I'm trying to, like, think of, like, the few things that I really want to see. And prioritize those. I do want to go to the Disney store. I want the Minnie Mouse Statue of Liberty stuffed animal, like, more than anything, because I have a Windy City stuffed animal from Chicago. Mickey is from Windy City. I want the Windy City, I want the Statue of Liberty Minnie Mouse, and I want the Statue of Minnie Mouse ornament. And I'm gonna have to get my nephew/niece some stuff too. I did see that there's like a firefighter thing. My little nephew, my godson, is obsessed with firefighters. And there is this like, I don't want to say museum. I don't know if it's like a museum or more like a play type place. That is like a block or two from our hotel. And so I'm like very much interested in, I want to visit the Harry Potter store. I visited the one in Chicago and really, really liked it. It was hard because it was like, I was trying to be very like, I didn't want to like it. You know what I mean? Like, I did try butterbeer, and that was so good. And I did get a Christmas ornament. And so then I donated accordingly to offset that. But it was so hard because it was like, oh man, 10 years ago I would have eaten this place up. I would be broke right now. Which is probably a good thing that I had that. Because otherwise, like I said, I would have been broke. But it was so cool and like I said, 10 years ago, man, I would have never wanted to leave. But I'm sure the New York one is even better, to be honest. The bottom floor is a must. I'm so excited. I'm not gonna use the tip and tape on this page until next week or whenever I manage to get around to doing. Actually, you know what? I have both. We can do a really quick one. Let's do. You know what? I want to do the bears. The bears are so cute. Let's use. Folklore is a must. And then there's a really big bookstore there, the Strand, I think is that one. I want to go there. And I told my boyfriend, I was like, we have to go there and get your sister-in-law something for Christmas. I should really appreciate like a tote bag with a name on it. I'm just trying to get him there. I mean, he would go just for me too. Like that's not like a. I'm trying to get him, tell him that, and that's not a reason he'll go. But oh man, okay. I really don't want to do August, but I do. I need to. I just want to do something beachy-ish. Use is like something I've already done. Oh, let's do this one. I like this better. You ran out of time, so you missed it. Is that the Harry Potter store? The first floor of the Harry Potter store? Let me flip through this real quick and see if I've used this one yet, which I don't think I have. Cool. Let's do that for August. Oh, yeah. I really want to go there, the Strand. That's like one of my top. I'm already trying to find like, I think we have a subway stop like two blocks-ish from us. And there's a subway stop like almost, like right across the street from the Strand. So I'm like, okay, I gotta make sure they're on the same line, obviously, but, and then there's another place we want to go that's a little further. Harry Potter on the first day. So we get in super early on Thursday. We can't check into our hotel till later, but like obviously like I know we can drop our bags hopefully. I gotta have Alex ask that. My plan is to drop our bags there. So I hope that's possible because that's what I'm planning on. Well that's where that is. Shoot. Why can't I find this? Alright, I'm looking for my anti-stencil, but I should just use some sticky notes to block it off. I'm being stubborn now. We're just gonna use this. We can't find anything in the next like 10 seconds. I know I grabbed it and put it somewhere, and now I can't think where I put it. Alright, let's just use this. The good thing is this is like a nice size actually. But I need to stick it down. The Harry Potter store is a little further from where we're at though, so that's the one I feel like is going to be a little bit harder to go to. But I know like my boyfriend wants to go to, he said two things. He's like, I've been in New York, we can kind of do mostly what you want to do. He's like, obviously the Yankees game. But then the only other thing he really wants to do is Katz's Deli, I think. And then he's like, and also like we could go to a really nice like Michelin star restaurant or something. And I'm like, okay, that's gonna be expensive, but okay. Like if that's the only thing you want to do. I'm like, I'm good with food trucks. But whatever. I'm gonna drag you to like a friggin'. And the funny thing is he's like very musical. He plays in an orchestra, but he has no interest in musicals, and I'm like, dang it. How did I get the artsy guy that's not into the artsy things I want you to be in? Yeah, I know. And I'm like, dude, I know we're splurging a lot, and like we said, like this is our trip, like let's splurge a little bit. But like I don't know. I don't know if I can stomach that, to be honest. We'll see though, I guess. I feel like I have to give him something here and there. naive little me, when I went to London, we did high tea at the Savoy, which is like, I mean, that's like a British experience. But I went with a class in college. It was like a part of our curriculum, I guess. I'm gonna do, I kind of like a salty, like, yes, that color. So we went to tea at the Savoy, which is like a fancy hotel in London. And I saw a TikTok that said something about tea at the Plaza, and I was like, oh, we could do that. And then I saw the price, and I was like, what? I was like, did we pay this for, I mean, granted, like, we went in like 2004, so I'm sure like the equivalent was not that expensive. I'm sure it's gone. This was, you know, I'm sure at that point it might have been the same equivalent, but I was like, holy pricey. Oh my gosh. I saw it, like, it starts at, I think it said it started at like 130 or 150, and I was like, oh, for like together, that's not too bad, I guess. And it was like per person. I was like, oh, okay, maybe we'll just go to that Michelin star restaurant. Like, holy cow. And it's funny, I said something to my boyfriend. He's like, well, yeah, that's not a cheap place. And I was like, I get it, but I went to tea at the Savoy, and then I was like, but really, like, I didn't plan that. Like, it was, you know, we paid a certain price for it, and the university did it all, you know, like, they had all the plans. So I guess I never, like, knew the price there either. So it was just funny, because I was like, oh, I'm having a little price shock right now, because I would not have thought it was that expensive. I mean, like, I thought it was expensive, but, like, just for whatever reason, I was like, that is more than I thought it would be. Gosh darn it. This does not want to stay in place. Yeah, I was blown away. I'm like, you can tell that I'm from the Midwest, because I'm like, why would you pay that much? I mean, I get it. He's like, it's an experience. It's like an icon. I was like, no, I get that. But, like, I've been to tea at the Savoy. Like, it definitely was a culture shock. It was a Midwest culture shock there for a minute there. But also, like I said, I didn't plan. I had no hand in the tea at the Savoy, so it could have very easily been that price in 2004, so I didn't know any better. I was just like, I don't know, like, I know it's an iconic place, so I try. It's funny because it's just like I can just tell that I'm like not untraveled. Thank you. Have a good night. I am too. As soon as I finish this, and then I'm gonna run through really quickly all the PVC stuff, and then I'm going to bed too because I'm tired. Have a great night. We'll see you hopefully next week, and I'll be live in the PVC group on Monday too. So if you're around Monday night, I'll be there. Tuesday night, I'll be here. Have a good one. All right, I'm just gonna finish this up real quick. Flip really quickly through the new releases for PVC, and I will also be going to bed. So typically for this part right here, I will use my anti-stencils. I have the large anti-stencil will go on one side. I will take two together. I usually just take two together to make it easier on myself. Have a good one. And then that just keeps me from stenciling on this area here, because I don't have anything. You can also just do something like this, fold a piece of paper in half. And use that. But it does take a little more work because, you know, it's not as sturdy, so it'll kind of flop around. And then the next thing that I do is do our lines here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Typically it's 10, but because that's not the same. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, it looks like it's very close. So we'll put one in now. This is the perfect color. I wanted something to be like, because like Folklore is August and like it's salt air, and this is just like the perfect like watery color for that, like in my head. So then after I finish this live, I'm gonna list all of our new Christmas in July stuff. Got a good amount of new Christmas themed stencils, as well as actually it's all Christmas themed stencils. We also have, in addition to just like regular stencils, we also have a new card kit to make Christmas cards, and a new tag kit to make tags, gift tags. Sorry, I blanked on the name of that real quick. So this will be the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th to do, and that's so hard for me to talk while I write things because I'm always like, I'm gonna mess something up so bad. Okay, so there's a super quick layout. I just took our splash pattern and a beautiful color, speckled egg, and just went around really quick, covered it with some paper, and there is like a literally like less than 10-minute spread, which contrasts to my monthly. But now since I did that, I can tape over our monthly here, which is really what I was trying to get done. I hate when it kind of hangs out here, and I know because I'm going to be traveling, I'm going to have this in different random places, so I prefer not to like have this loose page just tucked in, even though I keep it in a book sleeve, so like, but like if I pull it out for something, I didn't want it to be flying random places, so I really did kind of want to do a quick spread, and I'm glad I did because that just gives me more time. And I don't know what I'll do Monday now, but that's a good thing. Good problem to have. We're ahead. We've got our first August spread done. We have 2 more lives in July to get more done. If you heard me talking to Cynthia earlier, I'll be live in the Planner Boss Collective sale group on Monday, the 27th, and then on the 28th in here. As for our normal Tuesday night lives, there is the inside of our monthly. Looks so cute. I'm obsessed with that. Now let me really quickly run through all the new stuff. The new stuff is going to be out tonight. I just have to go and list it. Oh, it's the start of this. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go to the end of it. And then I can just... Oh, I really can't do that, but... Okay, so ornaments. Love the big ornaments. Hockey pattern. I'm really into the PWHL, so I really wanted to do a hockey one, and it just kind of fit. Holly leaves. The big gingerbread men. The holly stars. This doesn't even have to be necessarily for Christmas. It's a gift pattern one. Candy canes. double candy canes. We have a new light strands. They're a little smaller, some different shapes. And then some tiny light strands. And then we've got some pretty cute little bows, ornaments and stars, tiny, tiny trees, candy cane stripes, candy cane and holly, circles and dots, our Christmas checker pattern. I loved the Valentine's Day one. Just some candy cane stripes. We used this last week for next week's layout, the trees and hearts. And then that's it as far as regular stencils. And then more new stuff. I have a new tag kit, and that is none of those. Oh no, it's this one. There are 10 new little gift tags that you can use to stencil on your gift tags, and now's a great time to pick these up because you can get your head start on them. So there are the 10. There's an older gift tag set in the shop that are a little different, but this is a new one, so this is a great time to get this because you can get started on all your gift tags and just have a little pile waiting for you when you start wrapping gifts in November, December, Christmas Eve, whenever. But these are great for kids to do. They love doing these. My little nephew is obsessed with these. And then I also have a new card kit. I'll pull it here in a second. And in our card kits, so in our tag kits, you'll just get those 10 tags. In our card kits, you're going to get these 4 stencils, which are perfect. They're already laid out. You can put this on top of a card. You will get 5 blank cards that are this size, plus the white envelopes to go with them, and 2 of our inking brushes, as well as these 4 stencils in that card kit. This is the 3rd Christmas card kit I believe there is. And for this, like, you can just put this down and then use different colors and stencil these colors in, and it makes like a ready-made Christmas card. Or like once you're done doing that, you can use the gifts in your planner. You can put a bow. You can use the Merry Christmas. You can mix and match them, either in your planner, on an ornament, on gift tags, on your planner layout, on wrapping paper. You can do a lot of different stuff with these, but they're pre-made to look like a Christmas card. Like if you just wanted to pop this down, you could even just use one color and do a nice little thing. This is another one. My 7-year-old nephew loves using my ink, and he loves doing these because he can make them himself. So that's a new release as well. So those are the 2 new releases, as well as all those other stencils, and those will all be live tonight. And then lastly, our freebies. If you're not already a member of our email list, now is the time to sign up. Go to our website at ootpstencils.com. There's a little tab on the top that says email signups or email list. Click on that and you scroll to the bottom of the page and there's a place for your email. You sign up. You'll be in our email list. And then I typically try not to email very often. However, like when it's around sales and releases, I will. Sales, you'll get a few emails a weekend. But I also make up for that. For sales, I try to give you an email subscriber freebie, and I also like to do like a special power hour for VIP. This time I decided to make it simple on myself. All day Thursday and all day Friday. And Thursday is before the sale starts, so you'll get an early jump on the sale. You will get a code on Thursday morning if you're signed up for our emails, and I'll send another one too on Friday to remind you. You will get a code for 35% off. Our stencils are 30% off for the PVC sale, so 35% off on Thursday and Friday as an email subscriber. As an email subscriber, you will also get a little special tag, this one, the gift tag, with any order you make during the PVC sale. But you have to be subscribed to emails before you order. Now, every order in the PVC sale, including those ones on Thursday, will get the gingerbread man's tag. And then orders over 25 are going to get this reindeer head tag. Orders over 50 will get this reindeer. And then orders over 100 will get a little card. They'll get a kit. No, I'm sorry. We'll just get the card. And then the first 10 orders of the sale, and this does include the VIP. I do have enough to do the first 10 on Thursday and the first 10 on Friday, so the first 10 VIP on Thursday and the first any orders on Friday once the sale officially starts will get a tag card kit. You're going to get this tag and one brush and 5, they're actually a little smaller than this, but 5 tags to make your own tags if you're one of the first 10 orders during the sale. If you are one of the first 10 orders on Saturday, you will get a card kit. So you're going to get this card, a brush, and one blank card and envelope. So you can kind of try out our tag kit, our card kit with that. If you're unsure about that, you know, because they'll still be in the shop afterwards, they just won't be quite as cheap. So that's all the PVC sale info. Like I said, VIP members, you will be getting an email on either like late Wednesday night or Thursday morning that with your 35% off code, and you can start shopping then. You'll get all the freebies, you'll get all the things, and then you won't have to worry about my shop when the PVC sale goes live on Friday. You'll have already been done. You don't have to worry about it. And then on Friday morning, you'll get another email if you're subscribed, or if not, I will post it in the group. I'll post the code on Instagram, and I will of course be posting in the PVC group and in here, but you will also see it in the code will be posted by PVC in the PVC group and on their Instagram, so you can get the codes then. But yeah, that's the details for the sale, and I will be listing the Christmas stuff either tonight or tomorrow morning early, so you can start loading your carts and get prepared. Thank you guys for being here. I hope you enjoyed this, and like I said, I will be live in the PVC group on Monday and in here next Tuesday. In the PVC group, I will have tons of prizes, so that's the time I would make it again. Anyway, have a great night and a great weekend, and you'll be hearing from me a lot this weekend, so see you soon.